Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
We're live again.
Alright, Jeff's gonna be singing this next one now. Sean.
Let's try this again.
But Jeff will start.
Alright, next game is going to be called Questions Only. And it's pretty simple. You can only speak in questions. Whoever doesn't speak in a question gets buzzed out. Next person takes their place. So the teams will be Jared and Sean, Tyler and Chuck. And we need a scene of any
a non-geographical location.
Non-geographical location.
Diabetics in a factory.
What?
Diabetics at a factory.
No.
Diabetics at a honey bun plant?
Yes!
No diabetics.
No diabetics. Okay.
A long pier on a short walk.
Okay, long pier.
Long pier on a short walk.
Wait, that would just go with beer.
Yeah.
No?
Alright, like a fishing pier.
Yeah.
Alright, fishing pier.
Fishing pier.
Dude, did you bring the gear?
Wasn't that your job?
Didn't it say exclusively Jared bring the freaking gear?
Who's to say my name is Jared?
Your name's not Jared?
Don't you know you got it on backwards? It says Daraj.
When did you become Muslim?
Does it really matter?
Should it?
Don't you think Muslims can't fish?
Can you prove it to me right now?
How's that?
Not good enough.
Look what I caught!
Does that win cookie?
Did you just see what he caught? What did he catch? Did it look like a striped bass?
What's that look like?
Don't you think it looks like kind of like this with lots of colors?
What?
Don't you know that's why they call it a striped bass?
No, I don't know why they call it.
Have you seen the striped bass?
Isn't it supposed to be 6 feet taller?
Doesn't it look 6 feet taller?
Does it say so in the picture?
Should I get out the newspaper?
Do you have $1.25?
No.
Did you hear about the infamous golden striped bass?
Was I supposed to hear about it?
Didn't you read it in the newspaper?
They still make those?
Do you have the oars?
Continued on page 2?
Where did that come from?
Did you see that nice hand give me the paper?
What hand?
Are you the only person that can't see the hand?
Don't you realize I'm Asian?
Is that supposed to mean something?
Could it have anything to do with the squinty eyes?
Weren't you Muslim a minute ago?
Have you heard of an Asian Muslim?
Does it surprise me that those are so far few between?
Maybe.
How do we get into religion and race and all that?
Isn't that supposed to be the big striped bass everyone was talking about?
Don't you think that's not the striped bass?
Does it say not fit to scale?
Weren't we supposed to go fishing?
Did you bring the gear?
Does this look like gear?
Is that the closest thing to gear that you could find?
Isn't this your tackle box?
Does it say property of Salty Sea Farms?
Shouldn't it say property of Chuck T. Beatty?
Was that supposed to be on the other side?
What other side?
Should we be fishing now?
Should I go first?
Don't you have the pole?
Is this a pole?
Do I have to show you how it's done?
Couldn't you?
Don't you put this worm on the hook first?
Did that look like it hurt?
Can you get this out for me?
Do I look like a doctor?
Does it take a rocket scientist to get a hook out of someone's thumb?
Do you know any?
Does anybody know any rocket scientists?
No.
Did you call for Dr. Kevorkian?
Is this the worst day of my life already?
How does this feel?
Am I supposed to feel numbness?
Do you see anything?
I see a bright light and
What can I do with this hook?
what kind of hook is that?
How should I know?
Aren't you a doctor?
Don't you know that doctors don't know about fishing?
Why don't you think?
Have you ever seen house fish?
Nancy!
We'll end it on house.
Doctors play golf.
They don't fish.
They play golf.
How
House doesn't play golf.
The lawyer's golf.
He's British.
So, considering
Yeah,
that
House is
Hugh
Laurie's
British. Hugh Laurie's British.
So try and explain the next game as person.
Have you ever seen a house fish?